standing for the national anthem of France. Please remain standing for the national anthem of Japan.
Two teams now just moments away from opening their World Cup 2017 campaigns. Alongside me, bubbling with excitement, it is former New Zealand Seven Stars Carlton Arna. This lot, they've got a lot to play for.
Oh, bonsoir, konnichiwa, Sarah. But yeah, really looking forward to this one. I think initially this French outfit will try and use their power just to try and test this Japanese team. But for me, Japan number 8, Maite Tonga, Bogi Dro Mai Nadabe, she's going to be a beast. They need her to be to get a physical presence and some go forward for the Japanese back. As you've highlighted, the young player in jersey number 9, Moi Tsukui, is going to be integral in moving the ball around. And that's something unique about Japan rugby, is that they try and not let the defence settle, and they'll test them from there and then try and run holes from there. So really looking forward to this one.
And we did mention it a little earlier, it's also a big bench that the French have. They've got a lot of power and a lot of caps on it if they need it. Just take a look at Lise Aricas there. Already 47 caps to her name. Well, your referee for this one is Graham Cooper of Australia. Big smile on his face, he's ready to go. Well, both teams just getting ready to go out on the park here at Billings Park at University College Dublin. Japan in a little huddle at the moment, just around the centre of the park. We've mentioned already Bogi Dro Maima Dave, but they will rely on many of their Seven Stars who play on the World's 7 Series circuit, Japan, and who also, of course, went to the Rio Olympics as well. The 15s is a bit of a different animal. You can see the blossoms on the scrum caps there. Here come France, just getting themselves ready, and there seems to be a little bit of confusion with the teams. They just thought they were swapping sides, but France definitely playing from right to left in this first half. Japan are receiving the kick from France. And it will be our young fly half, Caroline Drouin, who gets us off underway.
Japan. You good?
And we're about to get underway then in this Pool C clash of the 2017 Rugby World Cup. It's France playing all in white, who kicked towards Japan, who received the ball, but it's France who are flying at the moment, off and underway. Could this be a quick try already by Ménager? Already a try there for the French number 7, Romain Ménager. That was too easy, Kaltanana.
They've got to be the quickest try so far. Must be quickest in World Cup history. 12 seconds it took for them to score that 5-pointer. Ménager bounced straight onto the ball to the number 7, but it was a good kick. I like it because it was to the number 13 for Japan. Nagato wasn't able to handle it. You see there, non-committal, and it's picked up by Ménager. Had players on the outside, but good footwork and backside speed as well. Does the open side. What a start for France.
Absolutely incredible. I can't remember a World Cup match where I have seen a try that fast, that determined.
Thanks.
This could be a story that Ménager tells for many years to come. Do you remember the day that I scored that try on the first day of the Rugby World Cup?
And it only took me 12 seconds.
Well, she's only 21 years old. She plays her club rugby for Lille. And here's the conversion from the young, very young 21-year-old Drouin. She doesn't get that one, but France still have a 5-0 lead, and we've not played 2 minutes yet.
What that does is just settles you down straight away. The nerves are gone. You're into the game. She loses her mouth guard as she goes to put it down. Doesn't matter. She's a good size for an open side as well as Ménager.
Sort of Japan got here. Can they make a statement coming back? That will be a disappointing start for them, but they're so bright, young and confident, this Japanese side. They love their rugby union. The country is lapping it up at the moment. So they kick off and France receive. Down to Drouin. She finds Amadei. Often flying through Ladanu, the long legs of Ladanu. They're striding away. She thinks she can dance her whole way to the try line. Not to be. Mignon, the captain. Drouin. Annery heads into Japanese traffic. Jumping ball coming in as Duval takes it. Out down the French line. There are women there, but they need to get the ball just that bit quicker. Big handoff coming in there by Poublin, straight into her opposite number of Tomita. Still going forward. This time Corson, little kick through there by France. The referee says no, that's been knocked on, and we get to see our first scrum.
I'm not sure there's a right option there. Sarah, a little chip ahead. Look at this initial break by Ladanu. Worrying sides for Japan getting opened up so early. Very good. I like the way she was able to just buy time, wait for a support play, strong handoff, and then set up. Little kick through after that. Good fend, but you can see the physical presence, the difference between the two teams. Just the handoff, unfortunately, didn't go to hand.
You will hear a lot of that with Japan. They are one of the more slight teams here at Rugby World Cup 2017. And one of the more slight players there is their scrum half, 17-year-old Moet Skui. He's wearing the scrum half and right at the back of the frame there, waiting to get the ball in. So the two front rows are going to pack down once again. And this French pack, they are quite formidable. It's one of the real strengths of this French side. They'll be looking to make a statement.
Steady.
Just feel the French were getting the nudge there, but they managed to get the ball away, Japan. But that's not a clean pass backwards. They've had to take it over their own line.
Scrum white.
Yeah, loose pass here by Bogi Drouin. So it's a 5-metre scrum here by France. It did well initially, did Japan, holding the power of this French unit, but that's a 50-50 ball at best. Very rough at the base.
Bogi Drouin won't enjoy watching that one back on the tape. It was great that she got the ball. She's just a bit panicked in what she did with it.
Stable.
Well, we're back to another scrum, but this time it's a French scrum. They were just getting the edge there in this last one. This time they've got the ball. Get a clean strike 5 metres out from the line. Anything could be possible. Early engagement there, so off they go. France straight away. Rivolaine She's got support outside her, still going. Guiglion has the ball. She doesn't want to touch it down early. She wants to get as close to those posts as possible. And we now have 2 tries in the French World Cup accounts.
Well, nice pass by the halfback, Revalin, for France. Recognised the opportunity, took the quick tap off the scrum. What you hear, just a little right-hand ball out the back door, and then the right winger was always going to score this, wasn't she? Showing her strength. Just puts it down. Just Guiglion. But nice pass by the halfback, created the overlap, and good finish.
Elodie Guiglion is known to her teammates as La Gigue. And enjoying her rugby early days here in Dublin. Glorious sunshine we've got here as the evening starts to come in.
A strong start, isn't it? 5 minutes and 2 tries for this French unit. For me, Sarah, Japan just need to get a hold of the ball. They were very loose with their carry in the scrum, put themselves under pressure. They just look a bit standoffish at the moment. As a result of a tap scrum, nice pass, numbers created 2-on-1. They shifted there quickly.
A couple of scuffed conversions there by Drouin. She'll want to work on that and improve that. Her handling's been fantastic though in open play. Another restart then for Japan. Yamamoto gets us back underway. Nice deep kick there from the restart. Numbers flying into that ruck for France, who are back down into their 22 now as they ship it back down the line. They've got numbers on this near side, and they're deciding to just hand off at the moment, all the Japanese players. Cute run coming in then by Ladanu. Riverland manages to find Drouin, and the big player, Safi Ndai, there was absolutely chopped, but the player who took her down, I think, might have winded herself in the process, but it's Japan who had the ball through their number 8, Bogidro Maima Dave. She's made good ground, a good 10 metres there. Yamamoto with a little chip through. This is nice from Japan. Real strength we see from them. A bit of a panicked Amade clearance, but nice work there by Japan. They're here to play rugby.
Well, it come from the hit from the open side. Sayaka Suzuki come in, and as you said, just lower the big French number 8. Was the initial break from France. They were passive here in this occasion with the Japan team coming across instead of going forward as Suzuki did just a little bit after that to create the turnover.
1 out.
Well, France just being reminded there that they had wrong numbers in the line out. Japan then with this first real platform to try and do something. Ball coming in from the captain, Saito. Manages to find Mimura, but it was disrupted by France. Japan really pushing France back here in the contact, but Les Bleus hold on to the ball. Drouin again. Good support comes on. Nice to see a fly half getting her hands dirty at the ruck there. Nice pop back inside by Ladanu. Riverland looks up, manages to find good support. Nice line coming in by De Hay, the loose head prop. Drouin again. Riverland manages to find Pou Blanc. She's got a good boot on her, Pou Blanc. Can see around the park, and she's managed to force Japan to turn that. Stuck back in their own 22 now. They need more of the team to get back faster. It's still taking time for all of the Japan team to arrive. Eventually they do. String of a nice few phases together here as Skui gets it back. Bit of panic there from Japan, but they have cleared their lines and given themselves a bit of breathing space.
Smart play, as you said, though, the kick from Pou Blanc. What it did is turn the Japanese team around and cause them to get back in numbers. Good option. Awkward bounce for the fullback, Shimizu. She does well to end up getting back there. Support players did well, but France in great position. And they throw into the line out.
Got some fantastic headwear out in the crowd on the far side of the field. Carl, we've had such wonderful support here on the first day of the World Cup. Fans have been brilliant. Ireland have been great hosts. Any big moments for you so far?
Oh, I've just my second time to Ireland and Dublin. Yeah, it really has been put on, but a lot of excitement. That's one thing that's really stood out for me since being here. The Irish public have come and supported this tournament, even way before it happened. Sold out signs were put up nice and early. Japan supporters, and that's one thing that really has stood out for me to answer your question. Every team has been supported heavily.
You're not missing any rugby right now. There's a little bit of treatment going on to the French second row, Leneg Courson. She's still down on the park at the moment. She's just stood up as soon as we said it. She seems quite happy.
Oh, hang on.
No chances any player going to get anywhere near off this pitch far too soon. There's a World Cup to be played. They want to be a part of it.
Time on.
Mignon, French captain, gets the ball in. Lovely long line-out beauty there. Straight to Anne-Marie. Juan, nice little crash comes in there by Giglion. Penalty to Japan.
Holding on.
Great work over the ball, and they take it quickly to Japan. Sue.
And she managed to get straight away to Bogi Maima Dave. She makes good ground each time she gets her hands on the ball. Still
Step
Japan,
right.
pretty much in the center of the park. Nice to see Sakurai getting involved in that. Not all the work having to come in from its Skui at 9. Another big run. It's taking 3 players at a time to bring down Bogi Dro Maima Dave, and Japan have got the penalty as well.
That's where the strength lies. That's where the go forward is for this Japan team. The number 8, Mate Tonga, Bogi Dro Maima Dave. Every time she touches the ball, she's got over the advantage line. But she needs backup.
Scrum.
She needs someone running off her. She needs options. Here she is here for the second occasion. Takes our 2 defenders.
Big call here from Japan. They've opted for the scrum. Now, this is right in the centre of the park. And it was interesting in the build-up to this match. There was a lot of talk from their coaching staff about wanting to use the width of the pitch, and that'll be why they've opted for the scrum.
Yeah, well, Dro Maima Dave can see there, they've lined very flat in the backs. They're going to test. They're going to send numbers at the French defence, and the number 8's going to have the choice who to pick from. But they need a stable platform first and foremost.
Eventually the referee is happy that is stable, but a big shove comes in from France. That's what we expected, and France win that penalty straight back.
I feel sorry for Japan now. I don't think it was set straight right from the get-go. It was on an angle, and the French team were always going to wheel it to that far side of the field because the Japan team had sent everyone to the right. So there was no wing up. There was only one option if Japan do get it, and it was going backwards.
Caroline Ladanu clears out on the far side of the field, and this will be a nice line out for the French. Still just outside of the Japanese 22, but that was a big call by Japan, big decision, and they didn't get any credit in the bank. Mignon winning her 65th cap today. Oh, and that's not worked for the French. Japan managed to steal the ball. It was loose. Sakurai on the ground manages to cleanly place it back. It's Skui looks up. Yamamoto, well, that was a tough kick to get away, and she does brilliantly over the head of the French players.
It was passed back,
but it's gone straight out.
Yeah, I think it was passed back, so they come all the way back here, Sarah. But this French line speed is up very, very quick. They must be there or thereabouts near the offside line.
No, you had your advantage when you kicked
That
the
must
ball.
be so frustrating for Japan to throw that back inside of the own 22 after all that effort to win the lineup.
Like you said, though, a couple of decisions, and they've been ill-advised for Japan. 1, to take the scrum rather than the penalty kick, and 2, to kick it out on the full, putting themselves under pressure.
Mignon. This time nice and tight up the front to Courson. This is trademark French rugby. Here comes the maul, and I can tell you this is tough to spot and tough for them to get anything on this Japan. They do this all the time, the French. And in there, Gaëlle Mignon, the French hooker, will have the ball. This is what she does. There she's now at the back. She's gone round the corner. The forwards still have it. This is classic French rugby. That's what they like to do. Big forwards. Let's see who finally dotted it down. Lots of taps there going to the prop, Anel Deye. There she is, her first try and a third for France.
Very well constructed, as you spoke about. They're a long way out with this French team. just inside the 22-metre line, so 21 metres away from the try line. Set nice and early. The power goes on. There's the captain, Mignon, working away, just snuffing out where the weak point is. They fracture due to Japan defence, and again, the French power there for everyone to see. The tap on the back, put it down, and she does the front right, day 8.
We can't actually say that the French women have trademarked that move. It's been done many times by many teams across the rugby spectrum, but you will see them do it a lot. It's something they really take as a specialism. And the flags finally fly for the conversion for the French as Drouin gets her kicking account going in the right direction. And nearly 15 minutes played, and this is a commanding lead for the French.
Well, it's definitely a weapon going forward, isn't it? Rolling more from this French team. They're sending out a warning sign. That's one thing I've seen already on day 1. There are a lot of teams who have gone to that rolling maul and been very, very effective. So every team has to learn how to defend it.
Yamamoto for Japan, and that's not gone how she would like to look. Cover your eyes, don't watch that one back on the tape.
Just a bit rushed, bit of inexperience here from this Japan team. They think they have to play fast, but at the actual minute, they want to slow it down. I know their natural inclination is to move the ball real quick, but still you have to have cool heads, you have to be settled, and you have to know what you're doing and execute.
Stand up. Okay.
Well, Japan actually qualified for World Cup 2017 after they won the Asian Championship. They are the Asian champions, and it was actually victory over Hong Kong, who are also here at their very first World Cup, but won them their place here.
Binds. Sets.
Here comes that big French scrum. You don't need to push it too far. You just need to make sure that ball is nice and secure at the feet of Ndai.
Advantage.
And there's the advantage from the referee. This could all become about the forwards very soon for France. Rivelaine pops the ball back to Ndai. She's got support that comes in from Amadei. And we come back for the penalty at the scrum. We can see those French tactics developing, Carl.
Just their physicality at the moment has been a real difference, but also I just spoke about the way the Japan team are trying to speed it up. Conversely, the French team just taking their time, being accurate. I like the way they're able to keep it at the base of the scrum, but they haven't found touch.
So a bit of a mistake here from the French, but the ball has bounced kindly to them.
Out, Glenn.
Eventually the ball does get coughed up on the right side. Rivelaine, nice little pop back inside to Ferrer. Good telepathy by the two women. Back down the French line. Oh, beautiful little dummy there coming in from Ladanu. She's already scored one. She's going to go for another. That was super cute rugby.
It was skillful rugby. That's what it was, but the platform is laid. I like the big bodies that the French have in the second row. Ferreira and Croissant, the ones that did the damage. Ladano, very silky with her skills. What you hear when she receives this ball. Ball in two hands, decoy, and dummy on the inside, uses her right hand to fend off. Great swerve on the outside and speed to finish. A lot to admire about their try here, Sarah.
Ladanu playing in her third World Cup. Made her debut for France back in 2008. Plays with a smile on her face. Well, Drouin is going to be taking the conversion once again. This is her fourth attempt. She got her last one. I think her eye is now in again up the posts. Another good attempt there by Drouin, but again, just not quite the distance on that one as she jogs back to join her teammates.
There's a motion there. You see the defence just froze a little bit. They try to come back, but in the end, just too much gas on the outside.
Here's a chance then for Yamamoto to get rid of the memories from the last restart, and she does it with aplomb. France then, their shadows just spilling backwards across the park here as the sun starts to set here in Dublin. Nice run here by the French. Nice for us to get to see Boujard with her hands on the ball. We've seen a lot of Giglion on the far wing, but Boujard on the left wing just starting to get involved. Amadei, she manages to get some go forward, and here was our first try scorer. Ménager still going with the ball. She can't quite get that offload away. It was an open play, so Japan could pick it up. Japan then, just outside of their own 22, putting some nice phases together. Yamamoto there, just kicking it into a little bit of trouble. That was scuffed off a French leg. They tried to charge it down.
Foul play report. Time off.
We're just going to have to check in with the television match official as the referees have a chat.
Just time off. We just have foul play.
Demo?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to talk to my AR.
I've got a neck roll by white against red.
Anything more than a penalty?
I think we should check.
Okay. Simon, you there?
Yes, Graham.
We just got a...
Well, they will be going up to have a little bit of a look at this one by Simon McDowell, who is our television match official from
We're going to put it on the
Ireland.
screen, and it's white 4 I'd like you to look at.
Thank you.
It's for a neck roll at a ruck, so anywhere now the neck head area sank them now. Number 4 goes in. You can't do that, it's fair enough too. That's a good call by the assistant referee. Well done.
Well, they're just going to look at this a few times just to make sure that the decision is completely correct and accurate.
I think it was the first look of the previous ruck. That's after Woods.
Simon, I've only seen one.
We're going to show it to it's on the screen now.
Here it is here.
White
Saito's the
4,
Japanese captain.
neck roll.
Here's the one that goes around the neck, throat.
Four
You can't
around
clean
the
out
neck
like that.
And then twist her to ground. Okay. Same thing. Simon. Okay, thanks. Simon, what I've got is 4 white around the neck of a red player, twisting her to ground. Do you have anything else to add?
No, nothing to add.
Okay, so I'm thinking yellow card to 4 white.
Agreed.
Okay, thank you. Captain!
Well,
Captain and number
you heard
4,
the
please.
decision there. The referee is now calling over Gail Mignot, the French
number 4.
captain, and Céline Ferrer, the
Okay.
French second row.
Okay, what I've got, neck roll by 4 white around the neck and then twisting them to ground. Yellow card.
Okay.
So Céline Ferrer will go and spend 10 minutes in the sin bin. This could have different connotations now, of course, Carlton Arna, because it's all about having 8 against 8 in the scrum here, which under the new laws means we may have to see a back coming here into the forwards if there is a scrum.
And the thing is, too, it's going to give this Japan team a bit of confidence going forward. They know they've got the numerical advantage now, so they'll start flying into things. That's one thing you can say about Japan rugby. They're always committed, they're always fit. And now they're going to have to seize the opportunity while France is down to 40 men, not to get the lead and hopefully get some points, get into this game, stamp their mark.
So here come Japan. Saito, the captain, just spinning the ball there in her arms. She's not happy again. French struggling with equaling the numbers at each line-out when Japan have the ball. They go long towards the back. That's good,
Not straight.
but
Option.
it's not straight.
Touch.
You have to nail these opportunities when you get them. Hardly been down in this French half whatsoever. They go to the back to try and drive at the weak point of this French line-out, and they can't execute.
And France have decided straight away that they're going to go for the line-out. They had the option. So France currently playing with 14 women on the park after that yellow card for Ferrer. Unsurprisingly, they're taking their time. Just about put down there at the back of the line-out. A little bit support there by some of you friends. France hold on to the ball. Comes back and away. France still holding on. So far, being 1 woman down isn't affecting them. Madanu, she manages to find Giglion. Rivelaine looks up. She manages to find Annery. Verlaine again. Oh, spilt ball backwards there by France. They've lost a bit of ground. Nice work there coming in by Itsumi for Japan to win that one back. She flew on that, absolutely smothered it to keep it for herself. Still Japan. No surprises who they give the ball to. Skui gets it off and away again. Good ruck support coming in there by Shimizu, the fullback. Knows when to come and help out, get her hands dirty. Big, big hit there by the French number 6, Annery. But Japan hold on. They've got this ball, they've got to do something with it. They're punching little holes, but it's not enough ground so far. Yamamoto, she manages to find the ball into the hands of Suzuki. They're over the halfway, but it is slightly laboured.
Advantage. White not rolling.
Advantage then to Japan. Nice edge round the corner there. Back down the Japanese line. Ooh, almost a nice dummy there. Nice eyes there up from Tomita. The Japanese 12. And we're going to come back for the penalty.
That's better play from the Japanese, though. That's more like it. Spreading the ball game wide to wide.
Number 13.
Moving around this big French team. And that's the way they've got to go. You can see they definitely lifted the tempo, that's for sure.
Yamamoto just taking her time over that kick because she's got a very fine line. It is not easy to kick to touch when you are that close.
I want to win this ball first and foremost and then hit the number 8. Bogi Dromai and Dave in midfield somewhere and then try and shift it quickly.
Good time for a good line out. Oh, a bit of confusion there. It could have been a bit quicker. Japan do still have it though. Nice little pop off there. Suzuki taking it on. Skui looks up. All the backs are there. Coming around the corner. Going on now by Itsumi. Nice run there by Hirano. This is good stuff from Japan. They're coming up. They want to play rugby. They want to make an impact at this World Cup. They were targeting top 8. If they keep playing like this, they could do something. Here comes the big run there by Bogi Dromai Dave. Now they get it back and away. Yamamoto gets involved. They need to suck up, hold on to this ball. Shimizu somehow gets that ball away and keeps it moving forward. Oh, offside there by France. Japan keeping their heads off, France losing theirs.
Keep going, keep going.
They're off, tap and go. Nice stuff here by the Japanese. Suzuki takes it on. She looks up. Good support here. You feel good things could be coming here for Japan. Is it going to come through this woman? She's going! Japan open their World Cup scoring account, and it comes through the one and only Bogi Dromai Dave.
Oh, they deserve this, don't they, this Japanese team? They've lifted, that's for sure. You've got to admire them. They've taken the hit. 4 tries France have got, but it didn't put them back. And Maite Tonga, Bogi Dromai Dave gets Japan's first try in this World Cup. Well constructed. She picks it off the base. But look at the strength of the big number 8. She says, "Arigato gozaimasu."
Pumping those legs. Desperate to get over. And the smile, the delight. Japan aren't here to make up numbers. They want this as much as anyone else.
That's Japanese rugby at its best, though. Going side to side to side, spreading the ball, and then looking for holes and getting your playmakers in there. The number 8, for sure, is an integral part of that. She's shown already how good she can be.
Nice conversion there by Shimizu. Japan still in this. They'll take huge confidence from that try.
Absolutely they will. Still 4 minutes to go. And the yellow card for France. If they're able to score again, they are right back in this game. This Japan team. Just need to play settled though. Need to be composed. Take the kick off first and foremost.
Through on that, are we going to see a French backlash? Remember, they're still down by 1 woman here, so Japan have still got 3 minutes to try and exploit something. Tsukui's doing a wonderful job there. She's only 17 years old, and she is marshalling the forwards brilliantly. Knows when to give it to her backs. Ndai. Interestingly enough, Ndai normally trucks up a lot of ball for France, but she seems quite happy to pass it off so far this evening. Oh, what a hit there on Anna-Marie. May well feel that one tomorrow morning.
Make it back. Go, go.
Ndai, that's what we expect from her. Rivelaine. Drouin. Support coming. The youngster is still off. She's looking up. She can't get that ball away. It went forward as she went down.
Knock on.
And all that French push, all of that French effort ends up in a scrum for Japan. And this is what we've been waiting for, because remember, it was a forward for France that is off the field of plays, and they have to have 8 and 8 in the scrum.
The commitment from this Japanese team. Look at this. 2 forwards going at it, pushing each other back. That's what you want to see. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Here's the mistake. Just coming from France, trying to offload their ball. Should have probably kept that one.
Was it Tsukui who brought down Drouin? She is absolutely tiny. And as I said, 17 years old, very young.
Just shows you, though, this Rugby World Cup is for all sizes and shapes. You can still have the same impact, that's for sure.
There's a little bit of treatment going on to a few players, so don't forget, if you want to get involved in the World Cup conversation, you just saw it there on your screen, hashtag WRWC 2017. Are you in the conversation, Carl, in social media?
I try to be. I'm pretty average on the tweets or twits or whatever you call them, Sarah.
Do get involved. Don't forget, you can also go to rwcwomen's.com if you want all of the latest. Everything that's happened in the World Cup.
I've got to say, the French coaching staff are on edge there at the moment. They know we're in a game now.
I know that it is happening. It is on. Of course, the French head coach, Samuel Charouk, he only started the job on the 4th of January this year. He's not had long with his team.
Stay.
So Japan have gone for the scrum here. And France will have had 1 less player out in the backs with that yellow card on. Here comes the box kick from Tsukui. Nicely read, though, by Amadei. Comes back. Big French run coming in there by Duval. Now it's the time for De Hay. Already got to try herself, and you just feel it's a time now for slightly slower French rugby, but they're still going for it. Out on the far side. They're not interested in slow. It's Poublan, but she can't connect. It's spilt ball, and it will once again go straight back to Japan at the scrum. Is this the right decision by France when they've got to play it down?
I think that it was on. Poublan had to straighten up and give it early. She took it into the tackle and then tried to give it, and it's too late by then. It was a high pass. She has to realise she just needs to straighten. They created the numbers. They actually got on the outside of the Japanese defence. And I'm not sure they should be kicking the ball away when they were effective in making yards. They're going side to side to side against this French team. Don't give the ball away so easy. Keep it in hand.
Crouch.
Less than a minute then on the sin bin for the French.
Sets.
Japan have scored a try in this 10-minute period, and there they go. They're exploiting that blindside. Nice little pop back inside, taken cleanly by Sue. They need this fast, Japan. They need to exploit. They've got an overlap on this near side. Can they get the passes away? It's slowly being closed down by the French. It comes out to this far side. Hirano couldn't quite get her hands on the ball early enough, but she's in a good body position there. Manages to hold on to it. France are trying to do everything to get it back. Wonderful work by the Japanese to hold on here. Yamamoto, she manages to get it out. It's still going forward. It's Sakurai on a beautiful run straight down the throat of the park. Tsukui, Yamamoto, still going on the far side. Wonderful stuff here by the Japanese.
Play on.
France managed to turn over the ball. All that effort from Japan, and it's back in French hands.
Stay.
This time going on Dehe. Will Japan heads drop after that? Tried to get the hand off there. This time joining in the backline flow is Courson. Oh, Courson, how many has she handed off for this? She's still going, she's being tracked down, but she's got support. She didn't look up. She finally does. Here comes the try. Bouja will go all the way under the posts. And France have got the scoreboard going back in their direction.
They get back up to 15. Courson's second row partner comes back onto the field after their try by Bouja. They had numbers to burn though, but the second rower, watch your hair go to work. Courson brushes off one defender, comes back again, gets rid of two more, so she's beaten three. Comes to the last line of defence. It was a good lowering tackle there in the end, but she was able to get the ball away to Bouja. Following up nicely was the left winger and scores it right underneath the horns.
Thanks, mate.
Well, there we go. Flying under the post there by Bouja, and it won't be good news for Japan because, of course, now the sin bin is over. France are back to 15. We are even Stevens once again as we wait for the conversion by Drouin. Oh, they're having a good day. A good day. The French do rock a beret.
They're so cool they can.
Good conversion there by Drouin. She's now got two from the tee.
She's so impressive. This lady, Courson. For second rower, she can really move, that's for sure. She's got the ability to know where a support player, and she's able to get it there as well. And it's a good winger, does a lot of tries to be had in support, and Bouja does well.
Well, Japan definitely were in the hunt there for another try in that 10-minute period. They got one. I thought they might be on for another, but France did manage to bring them back. They now have the ball. Mignon, a captain's run. Manages to leave a couple of Japanese players in her wake. Drouin again. Rivelaine. Popped off ball. Ladimou gets herself in a bit of a tangle. Oh, Rivelaine, the dancing feet of a scrum half. Ladimou does a little bit of a scrum half effort. A nice return. Ferrer has it on the ground, comes away once again. Nice big handoffs coming in there. And Anna-Marie is an absolute animal when she gets her hands on that ball. Hates being tackled. Oh, look at the tackles raining in now from Japan. France pushed back a good 12 metres. Rivelaine, Drouin, nice little kick. Oh, she can't connect with it. Nice idea, though, by the fly half. Here comes the Japanese try score again. Bogi throw Maima Dave. Captain in the end, Saito, she takes it forward.
Stay up.
Forwards run for Japan goes round the corner, but referee says it's gone forwards. Scrum for France.
Just a little bit of confusion here by the Japanese forward pack. They didn't know really whether they were driving, whether to give it to the backs. A lot of tightness starting to come in. They've been willing on defence, made a lot of tackles.
Okay.
But Yamamoto, the first five for Japan,
Nice
really
and
has to
stable.
step up and be the eyes for her forwards and tell her halfbacks, it's Kui, we need hot ball, we need to go again if you're a forward runner. But she needs to be a lot more vocal.
Crouch. Binds.
Says so much about Japanese culture when you see the close-up of their faces and they're smiling away at the referee. They have such total respect and want to communicate well with him. Penalty then for
Red
France.
collapsing.
Bit of French communication there in the front row saying, we're going to dust you up in the scrum, and they duly did. That has been a weapon for this French 15 during this first up match for them in this World Cup here in Ireland.
Really has been a fantastic first day as France just kick it out on the far side. We've been treated to some wonderful, wonderful rugby. Fans have really enjoyed it. And we're on the campus of University College Dublin. Some very famous alumni here. James Joyce. You read Ulysses by any chance, Carlton Arna?
I've seen the movie.
Nice. Good answer. I haven't read it either. Also, Brian O'Driscoll, the former Ireland captain. He came here.
Yeah, he went all right.
He did all right for himself, I think. Not sure what he's up to now. I think he's okay. France taking on the ball. They want to make a statement here before the half-time whistle. Out on the far side. Nice run coming in here by Giglion. Verlaine, Drouin. Busy, busy day for Courson. She is being entrusted with a lot of French work. Oh, nice back inside to Ndai. Ndai, she's often getting those passes away. Doesn't want to hold the ball in contact for too long, and big hits going in there. Verlaine there, couldn't control the ball, and a chance for a Japanese scrum.
Well, that's one area you can't question is their commitment, this Japanese team, especially on defence. They have thrown everything in their bodies. Watch the number 8 here, Bogi Dro Ndave, just absolutely nails Verlaine. The scrum half for France.
Well, we're closing now in that half-time whistle. You really feel that Japan could get another score just before this whistle. That would really make a statement. That goes straight down to the ground. The Japanese team are known as the Sakura 15. And of course, Japanese rugby absolutely rocked the world. You might remember at the men's 2015 World Cup. It's a little team called Japan who managed to upset South Africa. And this women's team have taken a lot of inspiration from that. They want to impress. They know there's a lot of their sport on the horizon in Japan. Of course, the men's 2019 World Cup and also the 2020 Olympics, where the sevens will be there. They want to put on a show. Big scrum by the French. But it's Japan who are going to come away with a penalty.
Daya was the one.
Number 1.
Singled out there for boring in.
Red ball.
On this occasion. There's a good comeback from the scrum, which has been under pressure for the Japanese team here. So if they can hold out to the half-time, or even perfectly get some points on the board, whether it be 3, 5 or 7. Just get them back into this game here, Sarah. They have to come from someone special too, an individual piece of brilliance. This lady really does need to step up. Minori Yamamoto, you see, she's starting to get a lot more vocal. That's what you want to see when you're number 10.
Want to be a little bit more loud, bossy. Do it. Down the line it comes from Japan. Big hit coming in there by Poublin. Nice pass there by Japan, beautifully read. There was a clean line there and Japan took it. It opened up by the French defence. They can read this game of rugby very well. They just need these opportunities. Yamamoto, oh, bit of a hospital pass there. It's Scooey there. Just taking a little bit too long.
Yeah, way too long. They're just calling their front runners around to come again. Have to reset. They have to move it quick, and that's where they look the best, this Japanese team, when they shift it quick from the rucks.
It's Scooey again. Oh, who takes it on? None other than Bogi Dro Maimadave again. Back it comes. They're switching direction. Back down this back line. Nagata just caught there. Oh, it's Scooey just running around the referee there, using him as a barrier.
Out now, Whites!
It's Scooey, Yamamoto. It's Scooey again. This is nice from Japan, out to the far side, using the whole back line, but the last pass from Shimizu to Hirano doesn't connect.
Oh, it was the right option, though. The winger needed to stay wide. Tsumi the number 11. They manipulated the defence. They created the overlap right here. She just stops instead of keeps running. You're in the hole.
Time off.
But they're starting to look good when they string phases together wide to wide, this Japanese team.
Well, there's a little bit of treatment going on to one of the French second rows. It's Ferret, who's just receiving a little bit of treatment. It looks like it's to her, just her upper arm there. I didn't see anything in particular happen to her.
It's been a physical match, that's for sure, Sarah. And the second row for France have been very, very heavily involved.
She seems to be okay. And the referee just goes in to check on her. Of course, the referee has all the players' welfare at the forefront of their mind the whole time. Japan are just having a little bit of a huddle. It's nice to see that all the backs are together in one little area. The forwards, they're also together. And it's also about making sure that the messages come together. Everyone is singing from the same song sheet.
It's getting better at that as the half has come on. We've really grown into this match, this Japan team. France, as we spoke about, always going to be very physical.
Let's go,
Preserved their lead so far. Been very impressive first 40 minutes from this French outfit.
Yep. Yes. Take the...
Well, the clock is now gone for the half.
Binds. Sets.
This is the last chance then for the French. Rivelaine is there at the back, just watching closely, waiting for that ball to come closer to her. Drouin. Down the line, is this the last chance then for the French? It's coming towards their left wing. Boujard gets it back inside. Drouin again, she's doing some hard work there. Here she comes, Ménager. Duval just down on the ground.
Stay.
Amadei. Rivelaine again looks up. Here comes Ménager. France just desperate to try and come away with something here before this halftime whistle. They are not giving up at all. France keep going forward. This time it's Ferret. Everyone getting involved. Drouin is there. Oh, she tries to get that cute little pass away. Doesn't come off. And Japan have it.
Japan are under a lot of duress. We just want to kick this out and go to the half. With limited damage. Been told to use it here.
Well, they get the ball out. Eventually, it is kicked away. A little bit of safety. And France take the first half, 29 points to 7. Well, what an impressive start we've seen for both of these two World Cup campaigns. We expected it from France, but Japan, ranked 14th in the world, they have done well.
Done extremely well. 5 tries to 1 at the moment. Scored their first try after 12 seconds. Just missed out there at the end of the half. But very impressive, this French team in this first 40 minutes.
So as we go into halftime, France lead 29 points to 7.
You're at the match, so tell the world about it. Views of the game, pictures from the crowd, get them up on social media. Use the hashtag #WRWC.
Advantage. Early. Advantage. Try. Try. Advantage. Nine. Nine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back onto the pitch, France and Japan.
There's still 40 minutes of rugby to play on the first day of World Cup 2017. That responsibility comes to Japan and France, and it is the French who are leading, but what a time those Japanese fans are having. Everyone just getting ready to take their seats and get back underway for the second half. It's France that lead, the half-time lead, 29 points to 7. And we're about to get underway then in the second half. Everyone looks happy and ready to go. 40 minutes then left between France and Japan as Yamamoto lets the ball fly once again. Goes nice and deep. France have it. We'll keep an eye out for any changes that either side have made at half-time. And any changes as they come onto the field of play. Carl Tanana, New Zealand's 7-star, is alongside us here. What do you think was said at half-time?
Well, I think for the French team, better decision-making. They had 9 handling errors in that first 40 minutes. They won't be happy with that. So they've tested this Japan team defensively. Japan, on the other hand, they want to pick up their tackles. They missed 30 in the first 40 minutes. You can't do that against anyone.
Some nice rugby there by the French, but it was the final execution that let them down, and Japan have a chance at a scrum.
Well, they've been committed in that aspect, that's for sure. You can't question that. This Japanese team, they get another turnover. You can see they've grown into this game ever since the yellow card from France, and they got their try.
Nice and stable.
They started to settle down a little bit. It took them a little while, and again, talking about decision-making there, probably better to set it up and re-go again for the next phase, trying to give those 50-50 balls, really does stifle your attack.
Can confirm we've got full time in the other Pool C match between Ireland and Australia. It was close, but the Irish, the home hosts here, they have won 19 points to 17. Japan swing the ball down towards this near side wing. Slow ball again for the Japanese, and we do actually have an injury for Japan who's down on the far side. It's not the injury that they'll want either, it's their big number 8. Ball gets passed and away. Still Japan hold on. Itsui goes in. Looks up, manages to find support enough forwards from Sakurai. Itsui again. Yamamoto gets the pass away. Nice stuff on this near side by Itsumi. But she eventually can't keep it in. She runs out of pitch. And we're going to go back and look at this injury, and it's not going to be good viewing if you're a Japanese fan. It's Bogithro Maimama Dave who is down, and they do not want her to leave the field.
Looks like a shoulder complaint, is it? Maybe a leg area.
Dr. Carl, what is your diagnosis?
Well, it doesn't look happy, but look at her involvement here. 10 carries, 49 metres.
Wow.
She ran over a couple of defenders on her way to score. Japan's only try so far.
They are some big stats.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can send it on.
So this is where we think she got the injury. Is it an ankle?
Oh, yeah, you can see that her left leg just gets caught awkwardly under 2 defenders. I don't know if it's a knee or an ankle. Doesn't look like she can go, though. It's a big blow for this Japanese side. She's a tough girl.
Wow. This is such a big blow for Japan. She's such an instrumental player for them. And to lose her so soon in this match. So the woman trusted with taking on the reins will be Takano. Keep an eye out for her. She's got 19 on her back.
Hopefully going forward for the rest of their pool matches, she's okay.
Well, we wish her all the best, and of course her welfare is most important, but hopefully this isn't the end of her World Cup. Nice little wave there to her players. Nice to see that she's being sensible, taking the nice ride off the puck. So Takano now. She joins this line-out for the French. Mignon, beautiful throw there by the French captain, and Ndai there juggled the ball, managed to hold on to it, and manages to avoid the error. Amadei does manage to hold on to the ball as well in contact. Annery again. She loves a physical tussle. Won the penalty as well. Lost forward by France, but it doesn't matter.
He just got caught on the wrong side of the ruck. Unfortunately, the Japanese defender's going low. Taking down NRE. As you see it, there's been a presence in the middle of this pack for France.
Boujard, the Montpellier wing, steps up for this one. Uses her right boot to make a little bit more distance down that far side touch.
Yep.
Nice kick as well.
8, substitution.
And look
12.
like we've got another change coming here, this time for French.
Yeah, Ndai's the one coming off.
Time back on.
So Ndai goes off, Mayans is on. Mayans was one of the sevens players at the 2016 Rio Olympics for France. What a run there by the French, making good work. Big early work also coming here for Mayan. Popped off ball, Drouin. She's got support from Ladanu. This is looking good for the French. They run out a little bit of grass, so they're going to bring it back inside. Taken on this time by Duval. Oh, they're going to come back inside. Japan, have they got enough players? It's all just going to be touched down. But referee says no.
Who was that coming across? Was that the youngster for Japan, Tsukui?
Do you think
The
she's
number
played the ball
9.
immediately into in goal?
I wasn't at the foot first time around. Just had to see if it was immediate.
Okay. Time off. Simon?
Yes, Graham?
We're checking try, yes, no. Potential double movement into in goal, please.
Okay, we'll check potential double movement. Try yes, no.
Okay, so referee, he didn't award a try, he stopped the clock straight away, so he's actually going to have a little bit of a look at this. It was Elodie Guiglion.
The pass goes here, and as the tackle affected their momentum, allowed to place the ball anyway. But is that deemed the tackle right there? If it is, it's a double movement. If not, you can place it, well, it's fine. Try time. Great scramble, though, from Japan.
Well,
Just having one more look.
referee is Graham Cooper.
At full speed, Graham.
Cool.
Yeah, I think this is the right call. Doing it at full speed, you get the natural reaction. I think that's okay, myself.
Okay, Graham, I have a decision.
Yep.
The players immediately scored the try. You may award the try.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Carlton Arna, you should be a referee. The try has been awarded. Elodie Guiglion gets the first score of this second half.
It was a great use of technology, great use of the systems, great communication from assistant referee, and TMO. Working perfectly, and we got the right result.
Oh, well, it's made that little French boy's day. Waves at the TV cameras for us. France looking confident here in this opening match of Pool C at the 2017 Rugby World Cup. Really tricky conversion here for Drouin. She's had a mixed results so far from the tee. She has struggled when they've been a little bit out wide. But considering this is only her 4th cap, I don't think she'll be too worried about it.
Thanks. Number 9.
This is the initial insertion by Bourgeat to get them going forward. There's a number of phases, some good footwork here, and a nice offload. Good strength by the winger to put that down.
Well, big decision here also for Japan, having already lost their big number 8. They've actually decided to take off Moet Skui at 9, and they have brought on Noda. France then with the ball from the restart. Big run coming in by Amadei. Overland. Nice little dink there by Drouin.
Step.
Smart little footballing schools there by the French fly half, but it is Japan who come away with it. Penalty straight away there.
Stay up, Red.
It's so hard when you don't have an opposition to lean across as there's Moet Skui, who's done outstanding.
Brilliant, 17 years old, incredible.
The Japanese here just caught off losing their feet. Can't seal off the ball. You have to stay up and it has to be a contest.
Once again, we see the kick down the side there by Bourgeat. Nice to see the French just moving the duties around the whole time, making sure everyone can exploit what their strengths are. Mignon playing at her 3rd World Cup now. She's a real superstar over in France. And of course, France, they hosted the last Women's Rugby World Cup. Incredible viewing figures. French absolutely loving their women's rugby. 2.5 million tuned in to watch their semi-final with France. Sorry, with Ireland. Oh, here we go. Are we about to see the same trick twice, but is it going to be at the other end of the park? This maul was started outside of the Japanese 22, and it's still going. It's moving. It's trucking. The ball is well and truly up that jumper, and it's going. And it's Mignon that has it stopped, denied, 3 meters short, but it's still in French hands. It's going to be a crossfield kick. Nice stuff from the French. They need to hold on to it. Almost a beauty, but they have held on.
Out, Red.
Not quite try of the tournament yet. Ball comes back and away. Courson. Rivelaine. She ducks and dives, decides to take on a little bit of duty herself. So Ladanu, she takes it on. 5 meters short of that Japanese line. Ladanu again. Oh, she's not stopping. She wants it. She's got it. And once again, it's the outside centre who dots down for the French.
Yeah, she's been strong today. Ladanu gets her double for the match. The number 13. Well-balanced player she is.
You 3 advantage.
Wonderful scenes.
Okay. Coming through.
What's she saying, Sarah? Those are French.
Not that good and not that high pitched, but she's happy. I know that much. She was impressed, as we were, by Ladanu, who couldn't help but be impressed.
It all started from this rolling maul. Was outstanding. Here's the kick pass from Drouin. Didn't work on the first occasion, but what I like is decision making. 1 palm, 2 palm, a 3rd as well, and goes over with 2 tacklers on her back. Ladanu.
It'll be interesting to see how confident the French could be at having that rolling maul even further out. They made a good 20 meters with it. So we have a new kicker, Amadei. It's got very nice distance and direction. We have a conversion for the French for Amadei for her first kick.
Just to pick up from the base there, and that's one thing that Japan just couldn't stick with the quick ball. Just a little bit of a funny look by Ladanu. I think, oh, geez, that was tough work.
France off and going once again.
Release.
Using that forward power. Ménager, she's been heavily involved in a lot of that more work. And Ferrer. I have to say, of the two second rows, we've seen a lot of Corson.
No, 2, out.
Warning there from the referee. Didn't want to see Mignon in there. She did exactly what he said.
It's a maul.
Warning there. Right, this is a maul, so Japan have to try and do something with this. And that is a tricky position. Choke tackle successful from the French.
They come from the try scorer right on screen there. Lada New did not let the Japanese player get in need to deck. Therefore, becomes a maul. The Samurai aren't stoked.
I wouldn't want to see them in a dark alley, would you? They mean business. Another change here. Well, we said she's had a busy afternoon. Corson makes her way off the field. It's been a good afternoon for her as well. And now Fulani comes down into the second row. Whoever has done all the braids for the French hair has been very busy.
Loving the hairstyle.
Binds.
You could have that cut.
Sets.
I couldn't carry it like her because she's been outstanding, as she spoke about Corson. Game 1.
If you want me to get the French hairdresser's phone number, I'll do it for
On
you.
there.
There we go. Boujard, far side of the field.
Keep going.
Big run coming in there by De Hay.
Keep going, keep going.
Villain manages to suck it up, get it out. Oh, took her eye off the ball ever so slightly there, Drouin. And Mignon, just ever so slightly blowing there on the ground.
She's been amongst everything.
Front
Cat
row, too
for
early.
France.
We have to
A
be
bit of a
stability.
knock to the finger,
Have to
never
have
nice.
stability.
I say she's blowing. I think she might have been winded. You would expect the French team to be pretty fit in preparation for this tournament.
Crouch.
It's been a very physical match, that's for sure, hasn't it? Both teams have been into 100%. No quarter given.
Puddin's going to come in from Noda. But, oh, look at the French scrum. Wow, that is moving. But it's a penalty for
You
Japan.
have to go through, not up.
Through, not up.
Yeah, they're trying to come and stand up and upset the Japanese front row, and you can't do that. It's the second occasion. Ye has been pinged that scrum time. I thought it was moving before they even put the ball in, so I thought they were
Number
lucky
one.
in anyway.
I need to
Look at her
stay
here
down,
going
please.
straight up rather than through,
Okay. She
keeping
needs
her
to
back
stay down
straight.
and
You
go
can't
through.
do
She
that.
can't stand up.
Japan have scored one try in the first half. They managed to
Just open up.
use the opportunity when France went down to 14 women to exploit.
Let's go, Red.
And they get a second, though, in the second half. Who's going to come in from Saito? Nice collect in the air by Sakurai. Oh, nice big hits coming in here. Lots of bruises to be looked at tomorrow morning. Comes out towards the near side. In the end, Itsumi decides to go in and do a little bit of dirty work rather than take on the ball. Noda! Oh, what a dink and a dive there by Noda. Nice work there by the replacement scrum half. Japan feeding through the phases, lost backwards and they've lost ground as well. Takano's in there. She helped secure the ball. With Hirano had to track back and get it in. It's now Sue again. Frustration there for the Japanese after all that ground they made. That wonderful run by Noda. And then in the end, it's going to be a French penalty for holding on.
Duval, I think it was, over the top of that ball. He's got to play it down. I think it's Ferrer, the second row for France, jersey number 4.
Take a little bit of a look at this for skill, and it was round the French captain as well. Oh, that was a delight.
Well, Noda's been good since she's come on in jersey number 21 for this Japan team.
Another change for France. Boujard makes her way off. Pell comes on. Don't forget that if you do want to get involved in the World Cup conversation, everyone's talking about it on social media. Hashtag bring it. Also, hashtag WRWC 2017. And if you do want to find out more about women's rugby and the World Cup in particular, Can, of course, go to rwcwomen's.com. Some good videos on there. One of the presenters, I have to say, for description and introduction to the tournament is very good.
You did well, did you?
Thanks, buddy. There we go.
Of
Carl
course-
got there eventually. He was looking at me
Of course,
very
I got the pretty one
confused.
to get the numbers up. We're going to get him us mugs.
France then with the restart, kicks it down the far side of the field. Now, it's interesting to see what France are having to do here. So it looks like Ferret is going to go off the park, and they've had to bring on Ari Cast, who's traditionally, of course, in the front row. So they have to have a little bit of a juggle here, the French, because they did bring on Forlani a little bit earlier, perhaps, than they'd have wanted. Take a closer look when they pack down later, how they decide to rearrange themselves.
That's once.
Hello, hello, hello. What do we have here? Mignon gets the pop away to Forlani. Forlani, oh, she's just tiptoeing down the whitewash. Comes back again. Ménager, still in French hands, popped off. Ball, De Hay goes over. Lovely, lovely stuff, and it's all from the French forwards.
Once again, that rolling maul is a real weapon. And a real springboard for their attack. The captain went down the far side of the field initially, Mignon. And then De Hay was the one who got a nice offload from the open side. Ménager's been good today also.
She's coming up and then going sideways.
Here's the start. It was a nice lift and take by Henry initially. Gives it right back. The captain makes a initial thrust as well as the replacement for Forlani. Does well to keep the ball in play. Look at this little offload in contact. Right here. Well done. Ménager is number one. De Hay.
De Hay is only 21 years old. How exciting is that when your loose head is only 21 years old and she's already doing that?
Yeah, she's going to be one of the bookends for this French rugby team for a very, very long time. All things being well and good, and she is going good.
Well, Annery got her last conversion. Can she double her figures? Not on this occasion, but France, they look to be closing in at the moment on that 50-point mark. Japan just making their way back for the restart. Their fans still in very good voice here on the Billings Park pitch here at Rugby World Cup 2017.
Thank you.
And here we go, another change. Coming off the field of play is Yamamoto. Coming on is Fukushima. And she's straight into the thick of it with the restart. And they've also taken off the French captain Mignon, and they have brought on Thomas. And also another front row change as Kari Kaburu is on for Duval. Netherlands now with the popped off ball. Both teams starting to empty their benches. This time it's taken on by Mayans. She's been very significant since she's been on.
Hold seven, hold.
Loose ball. And this is a one-on-one here. Eventually scragged, brought back. It's Sumi. She just didn't have quite the sidestep to get around that last player. But this is good from Japan. Noda. Looks up. Fukushima there, feeding the line. Oh, stolen ball, read beautifully by Ladanu. The foot race is given up in the end by Japan. And Ladanu only needs the referee for company. She picked that out of the air like a beautiful apple on a tree and said, thank you very much, I'll have this.
Yeah, she did read it well, didn't she? As an outside centre, defensively, one of the toughest places to be. But she stayed wide, and then when the big pass came, the runners in front. They missed the first two, and it's the second one right there. They try to go in front, and she just reads it well, comes off her line. She's never going to be stopped. Everyone's up in that front attacking line. Ladanu gets her treble for this match.
Hat-trick then for Ladanu, and she's given a nice, easy conversion. I've probably absolutely jinxed it now for Amadei. Right in front of the uprights. couldn't jinx that one. There we go, France. They're well and truly over that 50-point mark now. Far too much for Japan to do now. But don't think they won't continue to play. They will keep going to that final whistle, and you still feel they do have a score in them.
There was a big opportunity just before, as you said, Sarah, with a one-on-one. They have been able to manipulate that opportunity, but you're right. Yeah, they have got some points still left in them.
Fukushima with the restart manages to find Folani. She goes straight into Japanese defense. Ball's been spun out down the line. Amadei. Oh, Amadei. She has parted this Japanese defense in stunning fashion. She's still going. She's on her own. Does she need anyone? No, she needs no one. Amadei, 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 and she is over. That was a tight call, though. Will they go back and look at it, or have they already given it?
Oh, the fancy finish nearly cost her. I think they are going to have a little look-see here. She was close to the end goal.
She was running out of pitch very fast.
I hope she hasn't bombed one of the most spectacular individual efforts today. All good.
Oh, beauty. Montserrat Amadei gets a try of her own, although she's given herself a lot of work to do with the conversion. Although it looks like we're going to go back to Drouin for this conversion. I think Amadei is saying, do you know what, I've scored a try. You have a go, my friend.
Number 10. 10.
Sharing it around, that's for sure. It was a long, incisive run, wasn't it, from the fullback from France.
And that was try number 10 for the French.
10 wide. Okay.
And that's important
Is the
in the
replacement
table as well. Points mean prizes here at this World Cup.
Thanks.
She'll want to get her kicking stats up just a little bit, and Drouin
Number 10.
struggling
Number
when it's
10.
right out on the fringes of the pitch so far. So she's 2 from 7 from the tee.
Nice incisive run, just a little bit of footwork. That's a nice shot. The way she's able to body swerve and just take her angle. It's a 70-metre run, and the line just come in time.
Oh, mistake there from the French from the restart. Didn't take the ball cleanly.
It's not gone.
Japan have it. Noda. And Drouin is off now for France. So we have Abadi, who has come on. Well, the advantage is now gone for Japan. Fukushima there with a little kick through. Amadei, try scorer, who got that try. Number 10 for France takes it on. Oh, Folani. She's still going. Oh, good support comes in. It's Pell. She works forward. Lost ball eventually. All that effort from France, but not enough support in the end. Japan say, we'll take this. Thank you very much.
Use it.
Noda just taking quite a lot of time at the scrum. It's something we've seen with both scrum halves there for the Japanese. They're taking a long time to arrange their players, and it just allows that French defence so much time.
You're right, Sarah, and I think for me the first 5 has to be the one dictating that. Other ones have got a lot more time and space to look at what's happening around them.
Ooh, spilt forward there by France.
Playing advantage.
Again, slow ball here for Japan. France have all the time in the world to make sure they're ready for the next phase of attack. Noda.
Advantage over.
Nagata. Noda. A little bit tricky there in body position, but manages to get that one away again. Fukushima, nice clean passing coming in from her. Support keeps on coming from Japan. Now Fukushima decides to go on a run herself. Not interested in the distribution.
Stay.
This is good from Japan, but it's very lateral. It's not really penetrating at the moment. You can feel the difference in their play ever since they lost their big playmaker. Bogi throw Maima Dave having to go off at the start of this first half, and it is making a difference.
Hold 21.
France think they can build something here. Happy to try and pin the Japanese back inside of their own half. Shimizu now has it. She's going to go on a mazy run. Just to brush off quite a few French defenders there. Shows them the shoulder. Over the heads. Passes keep going. But was that a bit of a knock on there by France? Just a little one.
Both teams using their kicks. Now, one was a box kick from Japan and then a long, deep one from France. But where Japan have exposed the French team is in their 10-12 channel.
Captain.
Just going to watch this.
Hold on, 21. 21. Okay. We've got a penalty, then a deliberate knock-on, preventing a line break. Yellow card.
Well, we've had the deliberate knock-on, so it looks like we've got a yellow card for number 21, is it? Yes,
Aberdeen. Well, of course, it did look like a knock-on, and the referee has deemed it a deliberate knock-on. Yellow card. And Japan, last time that France went down to 14, they did score a try. They need to use this. It is the France number 21, Audrey Abedi, who has been sent to the sin bin.
Interesting, we've gone, or they have gone, sorry, for
14.
A scrum.
14 substitution.
They might use the kick instead to go down and use their line out. Got a miracle advantage to spread this French team.
Couple of changes for Japan. Suzuki manages to come on for Ibuchi. Also a change as they bring on Kirogi, and she's going to take the place of Hirano.
Binds.
Look how desperate Kirogi is to get involved, pumping herself up, slapping the shoulders. Wants to get her hands on that ball. So France down to 14 once again. Noda has to go back and gather that ball, but that Japanese scrum is hanging in. Amadei. Out on the far side of the field, ball just bobbles, but that's out on the full.
Fortunate there for Amadei. Good positioning initially, but then just kicking the ball out in the full has given Japan the line out, which I thought they should have taken earlier. Just kicking the ball away a little bit too much, Sarah, at the moment. But Suzuki, the number 16, who's just come on for Japan, very, very good player. Surprised she didn't start, actually. Just about to throw this ball in. Here's the knock-on, deliberately.
Well, that was the yellow card that's reduced France down to 14. Japan taking on the ball. Big run coming there by Suzuki. Well, not quite the connection there and the communication there from Japan, gifting the ball back to France. But of course, France back down to 14 again. They have to make sure they have the full complement there in the scrum. So Japan will have an extra player out in the backs.
They actually manipulated this well, the defense. There's the back ball. They've created the numbers, and she just doesn't arrive or run the right line. Shimizu, the fullback,
substitution.
Just hesitate just that little bit. Couldn't get through the hole.
Another change then. So Mimura is going to come off, and Nakajima will come in and slot into the second row. Mimura's had a pretty busy day.
Crouch. Binds. Sets.
Straight to another free kick for the French.
Not stable.
Ribelin waits. Finally does get it away. Sucked out the air there by Dehay. Nice big run coming in here. Over the halfway for France. Nice to see a little bit of work coming here by Adi Kast. Not long on the field, but making her presence known. Fulani certainly felt her presence since she's come on in the second half. Oh, big, big hit going in there on Nason. Tackle of the match. Tomita, far side, good support comes in for her.
No rights! Advantage.
This is good from
Late
Japan.
Tackle.
Just using the space, that extra woman being down for France to make such a difference for them. Good running lines as well.
Too slow.
Right then, penalty here for Japan, and they need to make a big decision here.
Time off.
And it looks like we're going to go.
Check, Timo, I'd like you to look at a high tackle. We're going to put it on the screen.
Sure. Okay.
We're just going to go and look at a high tackle.
7 white.
High tackle.
No, late.
Light.
But we're checking a high tackle by white over here as well.
High
So I'm
tackle
gonna
by
go
red 12.
red 12.
Red 12.
Well, this is the
Okay.
shot from Tomita going eye. I don't think there was anything wrong with
Timo.
it from the naked eye. It was just a big, tough tackle.
And there's plenty that's going to be going on here. It's a busy time.
Here it comes now, Graham.
Oh, no, sorry. I'll
Well,
take
that
that back. That
was the big hit. And they will just take another look at that.
No, that shoulder on chin, so Tomita's going to be in a bit of trouble here, I think. Good call by the TMO.
Well, the assistant
contact.
referee has seen something as well, so I don't know if we're going to
Shoulder.
look at two different things here.
Or arm.
Well, we said that was the hit of the match, but we do like to see them lower.
Force. Force. JD, you're saying direct contact by red to the head with force? Simon,
Yeah, we're just going to put you're correct. We just want to show it and show you the contact point.
okay, thank you.
So they just want to see the very first moment where the two players make contact with each other, because you do tend to move up and down the body, and that's what they want to get exactly right.
We could see that from the first couple that was around the throat, so let's move on.
I think they're trying to question if Naissant has dipped down.
Simon,
Yes.
what I'm saying, red player, direct contact to the chin of the white player with force. Do you have anything else to add?
That's correct.
Okay, I'm thinking red card to the red player.
Agree.
Could you just get the number for me, please?
12 red.
12 red. Captain and 12. Okay, we've got direct contact with the head. Okay, with force, it's a red card. Okay?
A big moment here at Rugby World Cup
contact with the head.
2017. The Japan inside centre, Makiko Tomita, is red carded for a high tackle. Player welfare
scrum.
is
Not
so
stable, pushing
important
through the
here
mark.
at this World Cup. Japan will be reduced to 14 now for the rest of this match. It's 14 against 14 right now because Japan also have a player in the sin bin, but that does make a big difference to this
It's
match.
going to have ramifications after this as well. It's
Up
obviously going to have to go to judiciary going forward, so who knows what the sit-down
High
will
tackle.
be for Makiko Tomita, the number 12 for Japan.
Well, the 25-year-old, not how she wanted to start her campaign and represent her country. And we should say it was Carla Naissant who was on the other end of that tackle. She does seem to be okay. She's still out there on the field of play. And luckily, there was no harm done. So, far side of the field, it's a French line-out. 14 against 14. Red card for Japan, yellow card for France. Here we go again. This is beginning to look a little bit familiar. More time for France, and they are happy to start these so far out now.
Out, Reds!
Make good yardage every time. Amadei, look up, Naissant. She's left the ball,
Advantage.
kept going without it, and Japan have it.
No advantage. Play knock on by white.
The scramble defence has been pretty good, you have to say, today from this Japanese team. They've actually been broken a lot, but they've got back in numbers and created a couple of turnovers. They missed the mountain of tackles, 48
Both
in
teams
this game, which is
stable.
unacceptable, and hence why
Nice and
they're
stable before the ball
51
went.
points behind. But it could have been a whole lot more.
It really could have been. It's exactly as Carl says. So France, they've managed to rack up a very good scoreline here against the Japanese. But you have to say, the match really will be shifted now after that red card.
Steady.
Japan have played some delightful rugby throughout.
Stand up. Okay, we're not square. Okay, we need to stay straight.
This scrum has been a bit of a struggle throughout the match from both sides. They both had issues.
I think it's just the timing. We always knew that this French team had the power on Japan, but sometimes it's their timing, and especially in the front row. Dahay's been stung a couple of times with penalties. They didn't need to have to be just maybe a little bit more disciplined in this aspect, because when they come up against the bigger teams, they can't afford that.
Ball eventually comes in then by Noda. That shove from the French. Nicely picked up though. It was Takano who managed to get the ball away. She did the very good number 8 pickup. Noda. Good pass away. Ball comes back. Right boot down the park. Amadei. And look at that French line ready to go. But that ball went forwards. Noda manages to find Suzuki. Nice bit of work coming in here from the captain, Saito.
Advantage over. Backwards.
Again, just the
again,
lack of communication there. Trying to take the ball over the shoulder. Doesn't work there for the Japanese. Ménager. Oh, Ménager. She's still going, and she is over. The Lille back rower takes her try, smiles all round. France have been missing a try for a while.
Well, that's down to some of that great scramble defence from Japan, and she's the one that got the first try of this game with 12 seconds gone. Ménager, she might have the last say in this one as well, the open side flanker, who's been good. She's been amongst everything. She's been a good connector between backs and forwards. Done her core roles as an open side flanker and got a couple of tries as well.
She worked the hard yards there. Still got gas to burn there. She doesn't look like she is in any way blowing. This has been a tough match, but she's still got something in the tank.
She's a good size for an open side flanker as well. Very abrasive. Very good on the tackle also. As you said, got that natural speed.
Here we go then with the fullback for France with the conversion. So France 65, Japan 7, still 8 minutes to play.
Okay, thank you.
Well, the Aeon player of the match is none other than the French 13, Caroline Ladanu. She has had a hat-trick. You can see why she has been chosen.
22.
Great start for her World Cup campaign, and this is a strong start for France as well. Shimizu there, just bouncing the ball down on the ground. Minami is going to come off the pitch, and Fujimoto comes on. Japan just emptying their bench now. So, more changes there. Well, Japan just taking their time here. Want to make sure everyone has definitely set themselves. Ball goes right into the bread basket there of Mayans. Good strong pass. Kari Kaburu. Good placement. Spun it away and back down the line. Ladanu is there. Pell. Pell would have probably liked a little bit more ball since she's been on.
Stay.
Riverland been very busy. It's not often that you see a scrum half play a full match, but she has done it. Ari Cass now. Nice run coming in by Giglion off her wing. Oh, it's a try scorer once again. Pop back inside to Giglion. Force back inside to Japan's the Blangna back rower, Marjorie Mayan, touches down once again. Nice pass down the line. Once involved, all started there by Ménager once again. It's Mayan who finishes it off. But the French forwards just enjoying that little bit extra space to express themselves. So France are once again restored to a full complement of 15 women on the pitch. As we wait for Amidei to line up this kick.
Yellow's on.
Well, we've been saying how much the French love their rugby. We know that the FFR president, Bernard Laporte, he has expressed a real desire to make sure he grows women's rugby in France. Performances like this will help. Flags fly once again for Amidei, and this scoreline is looking very, very good for France. 72 points to 7. Here's the try one more time. It's worth watching again. Good communication by the forwards there. Mayan's there with the finish. So what have Japan got for these last few minutes? They've had a very strong, confident performance. You can tell they've got rugby brains. Perhaps they've just been ever so slightly lost out to the French. A bit more slight. France certainly a bigger side. Ahead of this clash, Goshi Arimuzu, who's the Japanese coach, he had said that he really wanted to see Japan reach the last 8. Still an opportunity for them. Still only the first day of this World Cup. Plenty more to play. And a good run coming in there by the Japanese forwards.
Release.
This is good from Japan into the 22.
Advantage.
And they've got the advantage as well. Comes away. Nice run. It's still going through Nagata. She can sniff the line. Oh, she wants it so badly, but doesn't get there. Japan, they're a player down, but they're still going.
Still playing advantage.
Everyone needs to go in. Forwards decide to go around the corner. The captain, Saito, there as well. Another little dink. This is good, intelligent rugby from Japan. They know how close they are. Oh, just pushed back. Appeals going up from Noda. She wants more help for her forwards. And she's going to release the backs. It comes back in the end. Oh, a little bit of a dummy there. Doesn't work for Shimuzu, but it's still going forwards. Still hunting for that line. Japan wants something here, and they come back for the penalty.
Just here. No clear release.
Want to take it quickly through the captain, Saito. Oh, look at that shoulder barge. Beauty.
Release. Last feet.
Oh, the forwards, they want this try.
Step.
Japan desperate to make another dent on the score sheet here. This is good, this is strong.
Stay.
Oh, Japan have got their just desserts. They have gone over, they have got a second try. Those two guys are loving it. It was Noda who touched it down. And you have to say both scrum halves for Japan have had very good days.
Try for Japan, number 21, Yamino Noda.
The pick and go, the pick and go. Noda looked up. She just managed to get her body underneath Amidei, and she got her try. Japan more than deserved that. They know what they're doing out there. They perhaps lost out slightly through physicality to the French. But they've got the conversion as well. Wonderful support there for the Japanese. They have been in fantastic voice throughout the whole match. Only a minute left to play, and Japan down to 14. They managed to get their second try. Restart then for the French comes from Abadi. What can we see? Who wants to finish with a little bit of sparkle? Well, the box kick comes in there, but we're playing advantage there. So it's a penalty for Japan. Not releasing the tackle play. Shimizu uses that big right boot down the far side. Yes, she does make a touch. That's a fantastic kick.
Take the front foot.
Good territory. And here we go. Last throw of the dice here in this match in Pool C of the Women's Rugby World Cup. Ball goes cleanly into the hands of Nakajima. Great line out. Once again, Takano. Back down the Japanese line. This is good, good stuff. Sakurai has it.
Out 19.
Noda is really marshalling them.
Stay.
And when she gets slightly quicker ball, she can do so much more with it. Oh, that was almost disrupted by the French. There's Abadi, who's trying to make a nuisance of herself. And she's still lying there at the moment, and Japan have the penalty. France lying all over the ball on the wrong side. Taken quickly once again, still going forward. Nice, nice stuff going from Shimizu. She needs more players to arrive and help her. Noda, once again, looks up, manages to find the captain, Saito.
Out whites.
The clock is gone.
Advantage.
Japan want more. They don't want this to end. Nagata. Still
Right.
penalty for Japan.
Have to
Noda
stay
gets
up.
back. Remember, they can go for the line out if they want it. And that is the decision they've gone for. It's one of the new laws that has been brought in by World Rugby. If you get a penalty, you can go for the line out if the clock is gone. Last throw of the dice for Japan. Can they make their World Cup account go up to 3 tries?
7.
Where'd you go? Back, front or middle? The middle wins. Oh, but France get the ball back. Mayans just popped it out of the air. No doubt this ball is about to go well and truly out of the pitch. There it goes. And that is it. What a treat of a match we have had here out on the Billings Park pitch at World Cup 2014. France have won 72 points to Japan's 14.
Final score here in UCD Billings Park is France 72, Japan 14.
Well, France have really racked up the score there. Incredible stuff. But Japan, don't discount them. They have had a pretty good show here, and they lost their star player early on in the second half. Worrying times for Bogidro Maima Dave. We'll be keeping a close eye to see if that injury wasn't too serious. But there was a significant moment in the second half where we had a red card for one of the Japanese players. Tomita was sent off, and that was just too much for Japan to handle. Lovely scenes there from the French, already beginning to dissect the game. Discuss what can be done next time. There's the team manager for the French. Well, let's head down to Carl, who's with Gail Mignot.
Well, Gail, congratulations. A good win. Are you happy?
Gaël, est-ce que tu es content de la victoire?
Oui, bien sûr, on est content de la victoire. On a très bien débuté la compétition et c'est ce qu'on voulait, donc c'est super.
Okay, so we are really happy to start the competition like this, and we are very happy to be focused now on Australia.
One area they were really dominant was their physicality.
Sorry,
The physicality of their team today was very dominant.
yeah, we are happy about that. We are about our conditioning. So la condition physique des filles a vraiment été très bonne aujourd'hui.
Oui, on a tenu le match de la première à la 80e minute, on n'a rien lâché et c'est pour ça qu'il y a un peu de points au score parce qu'on a été constant tout le match.
Ok, Okay. From the beginning to the end, we have been really tough and happy to be so powerful. So we are happy to have a complete game like this.
One area that were very powerful was the rolling maul, a very good tactic today.
Les mauls ont vraiment été très impressionnants aujourd'hui. Est-ce que tu es contente de ça?
Bien sûr qu'on est contente, les phases de conquête ont été plutôt correctes. Maintenant, il faut continuer de travailler parce qu'on a d'autres matchs qui nous attendent et il faut corriger quelques détails.
We are really happy about our touchline, but we have to go on because we have something to correct and to go on.
Congratulations, good luck for next game.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Nice stuff there from Gaël Mignon, talking about the rolling maul. Works very well for France. You will see a lot of that during this World Cup. French crowd there, flags waving away. Also Japanese fans, also friendly. Well, let's head down now and hear from the Japanese captain and their translator.
Well, Saito-san, very tough game, this first one.
今日の試合はすごいタフだったですけど、どうでしたか？タフなゲームでしたね。
そうですね。いい準備はしてきたんですけど、ワールドカップに初めて出るということでちょっとチームに緊張が走ってしまって、自分たちのラグビーがしっかりできなかったことがちょっと敗因かなと思います。
So even though our preparation was very good, but this is our first World Cup, so we couldn't do well for this match.
One area they did really well was their commitment today, the team commitment.
チームの試合に対しての意気込みっていうのはどんな感じでしたか？
チームの意気込み、チームとしてはフランスに勝つ準備をしてきたので、今回の結果は非常に残念ですけど、しっかり受け止めて中3日で修正して次のアイルランド戦に向けたいと思います。
So we committed this match very much, but we lost this game. But for the next game, we will do our best.
One positive area, 2 well-taken tries today.
今日いいことは2つトライを取れたことだと思うんですけど、どう思いますか？
ベスト4のフランス相手にトライまでしっかり取り切れたっていうのは自信になったので、次につなげたいです。
So it is our very confident that we could make a try. So for the next games, yeah, this is going to be our confidence to get the try today.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。Thank you.
Very nice stuff there by the Japanese captain as the team just give their respect to the crowd and thank them for their support today. The confidence Japan will take. And here is your Aeon player of the match. It is Caroline Ladanu. Well, she finally gets her hands on her prize. Had a very, very strong performance this evening. Right then, let's see what all of this means then for Pool C. Well, France sitting pretty right on the top there because they've also got a bonus point for the number of tries they've scored. Ireland, the hosts, they beat Australia, but it was close. They're second on 4. Then there's Australia on 1 and Japan at the bottom. Well, that is it from us here this evening. I hope you've enjoyed the first day of Rugby World Cup 2017. It has been wonderful. But it was France who were victorious here. Full-time France 72, Japan 14.